Hello everyone, friends, from another new technical analysis video. I'm Omar Farouk. Today I'm going to review XRP with you. There's a nice rise in Bitcoin for the short term. And at the same time, this is of course reflected in the altcoins. XRP is showing some positive movements right now. And this is the analysis we looked at according to our Elliott Wave scenario. And the friends in this analysis are about to realize the direction of movement we have said. So $2.62 will be an important resistance point for us. With the voluminous break of this place, if a movement comes in this way, we will talk about upward movements. If it breaks here, there may probably be a rejection in the 2.90s. After the correction here, the price will try to move higher. But for now, our main scenario here, which is a 3-point decline, a 3-point rise, and finally a new 3-point decline, was built in this way. According to the Elliott Wave, in order for the ABC scenario to occur here, certain Fibonacci values must not be exceeded. For example, the value of 0.618. This value is critical for us. Look at $2.56. And of course, what we can see as the upper resistance is the Fibonacci number 0.786. Here it shows $2.70. In order for it to work as resistance, a selling movement in the price must come from this region. With this, I will target the lower band of the channel, $2.15 again, and this is how I update it. The middle band is still current. This will be the target we have drawn. It's pretty close. Here, if the last attack comes very hard and does not break here, the price that will linger in these sections will come down again. But if this section comes with a very hard volume up to $2.90, we can talk about the upward attack of the price after the test that will come here. But for now, as I said, the active scenario is still a bearish scenario. There are certain levels in Bitcoin. I've shown them to you, so let's look at them again. See, this level was the part that would work for us as a triple variation in Bitcoin. So A, B, and C. We were saying that there should be a decline in the price after wave C. The price is now close to $86,500. And with the sales movement that will come from here, I think the price will try again in the price between $79,000 and $81,000 band range. So the rise up to here continues with the variation we have said is normal for now. If the long C here is realized, that is, if this price movement rises very quickly from here, the main resistance points we will come to are located here, and the C wave can come up here. But what is important for now is how it will move from our first resistance zone. With the price continuing after the movement here, with the continuation of the decline, our main scenario will be the operation of the support points in this section. I think so. And if the price shows a very high volume in the opposite direction, positively, if it breaks these sections, I can talk about the next $120,000 we will see in Bitcoin, with weekly closes between $108,000 and $110,000. But it seems a bit difficult for this movement to happen. The reason for this is that for the first time in the market, there was a negative exit from an accumulation in Bitcoin. In the previous accumulation phases, Bitcoin was coming out positively. Look, the direction is up. It would have been nice if the direction was up here, but it wasn't, and the price came from the first negative scenario here. These sections can be tested again, so there are resistance points in the 90,000, 91,000 regions. These can be tested again. I think the price will fall down more sharply with a renewed selling pressure here. 61 to 62,000 may be the first stop for us. I think the second stop and the last stops here will be these sections. If not, I think that the price will be horizontal for another period. So if the triangle variation you mentioned here is realized, we may see a little more movement in prices in this way. And the breakout that will come after the consolidation in this section will be very hard. It doesn't matter whether it's up or down. I think the breakout will be very hard. Let's look at the dominance. There was a scenario in dominance that we talked about recently in the last video. The analysis is still here, and we said that if it breaks above this section, it will rise very sharply, and if it works this section as resistance and tries to fall, we said that it is normal to fall to 58s. As you can see now, there is an uptrend, and right now dominance is trying to break this trend, but there is no voluminous breakout. A little bit of altcoins have relaxed, there have been some rises, and with these rises, people think that the market is recovering a little more. But I think the real sale, the final sale, will probably happen after people believe a little bit more, because there are large volume outflows in the market. We can see these. Let's look at the theta dominance. There was a resistance we drew in the theta dominance. That resistance level was 5.8 seconds, and now you see that there is a reaction from here. My opinion is that with the movement here, the price will stay here for a short time, experience accumulation, and then rise again, because there has been a downward trend for a long time. Look, here you see a downward trend in the price for a very long time. This downward trend inevitably needs to be broken a little bit because it has been falling for a very long time, and the break here will be very hard. That's why we are in critical periods. Now finally, when we look at XRP, we can say the following very comfortably. So if this bearish movement here comes, this is exactly the movement we expect here. This is the area that will work as support and resistance. So I think that with the arrival of the decline, $1.48 in prices will be the first target for us. If the price breaks these sections with the price gaining volume and rising very quickly, I think that the price you see will support and start a new upward movement again. Thank you very much for listening to me. Please subscribe to my page and leave a like on the video. Good luck to everyone.